And now for our next news special report.
In a world where the lines between truth and fiction blur, one man stands tall, wielding the sword of reality against the left's dystopian deception. As viral videos expose Biden's mental decline, the mainstream media desperately tries to cover it up, but President Trump isn't having it. He's calling out the shameless liars and their 1984-style manipulation. So brace yourself for a special report that will shatter the illusion and reveal the shocking truth. So stay tuned. So as the battle for truth rages on, it's crucial to protect your financial future from the looming economic reset. Just like how the left tries to manipulate reality, the U.S. dollar's weakness is being masked by the rising price of gold. Global Gold Investments, America's leading conservative precious metals dealer, offers a solution. Call that number that you see on the screen. Pause the video if you have to write it down. 888-700-4148. Call them today, mention Next News Network, and receive a free portfolio analysis and their exclusive 2024 Insure Your Money Wealth Preservation Guide. Don't let the dollar's imminent reset catch you off guard. Safeguard your assets with Global Gold Investments. Call now, 888-700-4148. Now, in a stunning display of raw honesty, President Trump has once again shed light on the disturbing reality that the mainstream media desperately tries to conceal. During his rally in Racine, Wisconsin, Trump fearlessly addressed the elephant in the room: Joe Biden's alarming mental decline and the left's shameless attempts to cover it up. Let's watch.
They have a candidate that has no clue, doesn't know where he is, and all they can do is lie. I love it. I'm the one that picked Milwaukee officially, so... And you had, and I think you had about 10 congressmen in a meeting that we had recently where I said how much I like Milwaukee. They all came out. They said, that's what he said. We can't help it. And they're truthful people. But I just want to begin by saying, hello, Wisconsin. Hello. Great state. We've had great success here. It's great to be back in this beautiful state with thousands and thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots. What a crowd. What a crowd. With your help, 5 months from now, we're going to win Wisconsin. We're going to defeat your radical left Democrat senator, one of the worst in the Senate. Nobody even knows she's a senator. I mean, frankly, she's not doing a good job representing. We have somebody that's going to be great. But we're going to defeat your Senator Tammy Baldwin. We're going to elect Eric Hovde of this area, by the way, who's a great gentleman, and spent a lot of time with him. He and his wife are incredible people. He's going to be a great representative. They're going to be great representatives of your state. But we're going to elect him to the U.S. Senate. We're going to evict weak, failed, and incompetent Joe Biden. He's an incompetent person from the White House. And quite simply, we are going to make America great again. Less than 4 years ago, our border was secure, inflation was nowhere to be seen, the world was at peace, and America was strong and respected. We were respected all over the world. None of this stuff would have been happening that's happened now with Russia and Ukraine and the attack on Israel. None of it would have been happening. We would have had and we wouldn't have had a thing called inflation. That would have been nice, too. But it was a different place 4 years ago, I think. But now we're going to make it better and bigger and stronger than ever before. But you had a president who put America first. I put America first. They put America last. Under crooked Joe Biden, the world is in flames. Our border is overrun. Inflation is raging. Europe is in total chaos. The Middle East is exploding. Iran is emboldened, China is on the march, and the worst, most incompetent, most corrupt president in history is going to drag us into World War III. Other than that, he's doing quite a good job, don't you think? Quite good. Joe Biden is humiliating our country on the world stage. He's actually humiliating us. You saw what happened this weekend. It's turning the United States into a total joke all over the world. First, he wandered off the G7 in Europe, the stage. He looked like he didn't know where the hell he was, but he didn't know where he was. He's blaming it now on AI. He's saying He doesn't know what AI is, but that's okay. Now they're saying the media is manipulating. Oh, he's saying the media is manipulating. Now, on that one, I have to stick up for the media, I have to tell you. He said the media is manipulating the pictures of him constantly not knowing where the hell he is. They're doing just the opposite. They're making him look better. At the G7 in Europe, and he had to be rescued by other world leaders. They had to pull him back. Then he bizarrely put his face on the Pope's forehead. What was that all about? That was weird. Vivek is here. That was weird, Vivek. I don't know. Did you see the Pope? The Pope is like, what's happening? The Pope didn't really know what was happening. He said, this is strange. Then he froze during the celebration on the White House lawn. Then Barack Hussein Obama had to grab his hand and lead him off the stage as though he were a child. I have to tell you, Obama could have handled that differently. He could have done it a little bit softer. He could have done it like, let's go. Come. He didn't have to grab him and pull him off the stage, but he looked good, and I guess that was his primary purpose. He wanted to look good. He could have done a better job. In fact, the Biden people were very upset about that whole incident, but yet to be discussed. But Crooked Joe and his handlers are insisting he's sharper than ever, and they say the videos of Crooked Joe shuffling around are clean fakes. You know what a clean fake is? They're deceptively edited. They say they're deceptively edited. All of the mistakes that he's made every day. He can't go anywhere without a mistake. Now, if I'm perfect, they say he made a mistake. Perfect. And I don't say clean fakes, although they do. They do that. They do that. They're the fake news. Look how many you have out there. They're all over the place. But with me, they take a good speech and they make it look as bad as possible. With him, they take the worst speech you've ever heard and they try and make him look like semi-normal. These are shameless liars who are trying to deceive you about other people, the people that represent Biden. The Russia people, the laptop from hell people, the 51 intelligence agent people. They're the people that said all sorts of lies about military, about our great military. They make up stories about our military. It's disgraceful what they can do, and they're so destructive to our country. They're the people that really destroy everything that they touch. That's why this November, the people of Wisconsin are going to tell Crooked Joe Biden, remember, The Apprentice, you're fired. Get out. You've done a horrible job. You've done a horrible, horrible job. Worst president in history. Get out. You're fired. Get out. We can't get him out fast enough. I'm worried about the next 5 months. We could end up in World War III with this person. He's the worst president ever.
Now, the spark that ignited this firestorm was Biden's disastrous trip to Europe, where he wandered off during the G7 parachuting displays. Watch. Now, it could be argued that he's looking at that paratrooper right there. When you take a look at the wide shot, but he clearly does wander. Another clip going viral is when he head bumped Pope Francis. Take a look. Look at that. Look at him. It's like he's going in. He touched his forehead. Who does that? So as Videos of these incidents went viral. The Biden camp went into full-blown panic mode, resorting to the age-old tactic of crying disinformation and demanding censorship from social media platforms. But Trump isn't buying it. He boldly called out the Biden campaign spokesperson for labeling the G7 videos disinformation and demanding its removal. This desperate attempt to silence the truth is reminiscent of the Hunter Biden laptop scandal, where Joe Biden relied on social media censorship to keep the story under wraps just before the 2020 presidential election. The plot thickens as the White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, lashed out at conservative media outlets for circulating the unedited video clips of Biden freezing up and being led off stage by his handler-in-chief, Barack Obama. She had the audacity to describe these raw, unaltered videos as cheap, fake videos done in bad faith. Watch.
There seems to be a sort of rash of videos that have been edited to make the president appear especially frail or mentally confused. I'm wondering if the White House is especially worried about the fact that this appears to be a pattern that we're seeing more often.
Yeah, and I think you all have called this the cheap fakes video, and that's exactly what they are. They are cheap fakes video. They are done in bad faith, and some of your news organization have been very clear, have stressed that these right-wing critics of the president have a credibility problem because of the fact checkers have repeatedly caught them pushing misinformation, disinformation, and so we see this, and this is something coming from your part of the world, calling them cheap fakes and misinformation. I'll quote the Washington Post, where they wrote about this, and they said how Republicans use misleading videos to attack Biden in a 24-hour period. And to their credit, we have a conservative Washington Examiner did call them out as well, calling out the New York Post. Ironically, several recent cheap fakes actually attacked the president for thanking troops. That is what they're attacking the president for. Both in Normandy this happened, and again in Italy. And I think that it tells you everything that we need to know about how desperate Republicans are here. Instead of talking about the president's performance in office, and what I mean by that is his legislative wins, what he's been able to do for the American people across the country, we're seeing these deep fakes. These manipulated videos, and it is, again, done in bad faith.
In Trump's response, well, Joe Biden is humiliating our country on the world stage. He slammed Biden's team for calling the real videos of his mental freefall fakes, even mocking Biden's attempt to blame it on AI. He doesn't know what AI is, but that's okay. That's what Trump quipped. But the real kicker came when Trump exposed the fake news media's double standards. He said, with me, they take a good speech and they make me look as bad as possible. With him, they take the worst speech you've ever heard and they try to make him look semi-normal. Trump labeled them shameless liars, the same people behind the Russia collusion hoax, the Hunter Biden laptop cover-up, and the smears against our military. As the 2024 election looms on the horizon, the stakes couldn't be higher. The left's Orwellian attempts to rewrite reality and create a dystopian 1984 are no longer the stuff of fiction. They're happening right before our eyes, but with Trump leading the charge, armed with the unbreakable sword of truth, there's hope that the American people will see through the lies and manipulation. So it's time to stand up against these shameless liars, the fake news media, and the Biden camp's desperate attempts to cover up the truth. As Trump so powerfully put it, they are the people that really destroy everything that they touch. This November, the people of Wisconsin and the rest of America have a chance to tell crooked Joe Biden, in the immortal words of The Apprentice, you're fired. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. The battle for truth has never been more crucial. As the left tries to create a dystopian reality where facts are obscured and narratives are manipulated, it's up to us to stand firm and expose their lies. President Trump's unwavering commitment to calling out the fake news media and the Biden camp's cover-ups is a beacon of hope in these dark times. Together, we can prevent the rise of a true-life 1984 and preserve the integrity of our great nation.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.